On your left, Andrew Gavazdin, Adrian Sorocchetti, Coach Tierney. We open up with a comment on tonight's game.
Sure. Could have told you a minute after the Delaware game what type of game this was going to be. This St. John's game is the game now where it's the bragging rights for Long Island. It's just a tough game, and it's going to go to the bitter end. No matter what the score is, way up, way down, it's going to be until the refs say, that's it, you have to go home now. It's going to be a battle. And I was proud of my guys. I look at the stats. I think we lost some of these stats, which I'm not really thrilled about, but the one stat is obviously the score, and that's the one that counts. For Adrian to find his stride shooting, and that's what he does. And certainly I'm thrilled at the teammates that got him the ball. And Andrew, at times when it looked a little helter-skelter out there, the calming influence comes from the goalie, and we settled things down. When I look at our scoring, to see it spread out a bunch, and to have a bunch of new guys out there, Mike Malave with 1-1, and I'm thrilled because those guys they're starting to grow up for us. So it doesn't get any easier. I'm certainly got to give credit to Jason Miller and that St. John's team there. They're a tough bunch, and we wish them well now. We'll go win every game here on out. Questions?
Feeling it today, Adrian?
Carried it from last game. I thought that the guys were really excited to play home game, night game, especially after watching Denver and Cornell play. I thought the guys were getting prepared physically, mentally, and just great group of guys to play with.
Do you have any idea how close you were to the record?
No, what record?
The single game record of 10 that it was quite a story at halftime at least.
Oh.
Certainly close to it.
I owe that to my teammates. They obviously found me out there, and I found them, and we all worked together. Defense played great. Everybody was excited.
You ever having a 10-point game at any level?
Maybe back when I was 8, maybe 9. That's about it though. When there was no goalie in net, but no, I actually don't remember.
You had 6 goals in the first half, only 1 in the second game late in the game. Did you see anything change from the way they were playing just defensively in the second?
Great defense. I mean, it was always a battle going down, bringing the ball down in the offensive zone, but nothing really changed offensively. We ran the plays that we were designed to run and just finding open spaces, and everything worked out.
I know it'd be hard for you to recall if you had 7 goals, but if you can recall it on the 5th goal where you were running around, you kind of went from the right side and switched back to the left before you kind of whipped it across your body. If you can recall that at all, kind of walking through that play.
Getting the ball from, was it Steven Sterling or Mike Malave? Basically, ass dodging, running around the guys, trying to get my strong hand, and finding the open net.
So were you conscious of records or anything like that as it was going on?
Never. This was about Hofstra at St. John's, and I would, if those things happened, then they happened. But we would never, purposely try to do something like that. We've got a young team. We need to get better each and every offensive possession, and certainly each and every defensive possession. I'm thrilled for Adrian, but it was a team effort to get him open and to try to get him some looks. And certainly he was shooting the ball confidently today.
Commented on their late run there in the 4th, 4 in a row for about just shy of 4 minutes.
Yeah, we knew that they weren't going away. There's no getting around it. I mean, it was going to be a fight to the bitter end. And to Jason Miller, coach team, they're tough. They come in, they let you know who you played, and it got a little bit crazy at maybe 13-10. We had to call a timeout. We did a little bit of in through your nose and out through your mouth, big breath, and at that point in time we just relaxed to make sure that we did the right thing. I think we were man up at the end, and let them get away from. And then Adrian found himself open at the end, and we were going to hold on to the ball, but we also knew that that's really difficult. That's one of the rules that is so hard. You punish the team that's winning for 58 minutes, and you got to keep it in a small area, and they release the goalie. It becomes tough, But we were doing okay at the face-off X, and then in the 4th quarter, want to see it 50-50, but I thought we were, I thought we violated a bunch to get them to 50-50. I thought we won a bunch and shot ourselves in the foot with a couple of violations that we have to clean up before we head down to Philadelphia.
And what happened when they made that run? What did you see from your perspective?
Well, I think it all started with some of the penalties. I think the past 2 games, an area where we've been messing up is a lot of the penalties. The past 2 games, I think it's been like 16 between 2, which is unacceptable, and that's not the way we play. So, playing 3 men down, I've never ever in my entire life played 3 men down. So, that just doesn't help. And we kind of. Tonight was not our night defensively. I thought the offense really supported us tonight, and it's going to take that for the year. But it's hard to be happy defensively after a win like this, even though we did get the W. I felt that we didn't come out to play as strong as we should have. Even in the beginning, 6 goals. Some of those shouldn't have happened. Some of them were on me. Some of them were on lack of communication. But we never really panicked. We knew that. We've been in this situation, I've been here for 4 years, and I've played in literally every situation, so it's nothing that we really freaked out about, or I freaked out, or anybody. So when they started to get a run, they really pushed it, and they did a good job there. We just didn't, go back to our basics and start sliding the right way, talking the right way, and that's something that I take on as leader of the defense, and we're going to get better. We got to get better before Drexel, and I'm confident that we will.
Andrew, you had 11 saves, a couple from point-blank range. You just get in the zone sometimes with those quick reaction saves?
Yeah, and some of those are contested, even though they're one-on-ones. Sometimes the defense can do a good job of helping cut down the angle a little bit. But then again, that's not the kind of shots that we usually let up. And obviously, like I said last press conference, I like the outside shots. I like to see the ball, and I like to get a feel for it. And I think that we do a good job of that tonight. I don't think we did a great job of that. And it comes back to me, talking through the defense. The point-blank shots, they're hard. It's tough for a goalie. And, there's some of them that got, some of them I got. But, we like to limit that a little bit more going forward.
Coach, talk about feeding the hot hand. Were you just yelling at the guys to get the ball to Adrian?
No, they wouldn't listen to me anyway. We had a couple of looks that we had put in to get the ball on the 77 stick in certain situations, and but not knowing that he was going to be, on tonight. But he's a gamer, and we know that this film will be copied, and with the unbelievable world of the media, it'll be on everybody's desk tomorrow morning, and we're going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure some more things out as we head down to our next game. As Andrew, just to finish up with Andrew's comment, defense has been doing a great job for us offensively, and it's a team sport. So, my hat goes off to man down there. 3 for 16 in the last 2 games. The other teams man up. That's pretty good. Now, the issue is we had 16 penalties. So we got to tighten that up a little bit. But we got to scrap too. It's just the way it is. It's part of the game.
What about the EML? Effectively 3 for 4.
Yeah, we held one at the end there. Yeah, listen, we need all the help we can get there. We were really bad in the beginning. We just didn't find our flow. And now I think, the pressure is off of getting that first one, and it really started in the last game, against Delaware. We put a couple away, and now 60% tonight. If we can get over, our goal is to be 40% on man up, and we're not there yet, but we got to have a couple more games like tonight.
Adrian, how do you, Coach said everybody's going to see the tape, know what to do. How do you take that next step to make sure they can adjust to you, and you can keep, maybe 7 goals every game is not possible, but that you can keep being a factor?
Sure. So it'd be nice.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said pass. Just, day in and day out, working at practice. Just keep doing what I'm doing, I guess. Working with the guys that I'm working with. Can't say enough about Malave and Sterling and all the offensive guys, especially in attack and defense. And we've got a good group of guys coming. We're going to a good set of defense next weekend at Drexel. We're just going to do well.
Coach, obviously you had 7, but are you happy with some of the other guys? Malave, 1-1, Napoli, 2-1, Warren with a pair of goals too. Some other guys getting on the score sheet. Want to get them going?
It was great. It was great to see Michael Malave. He's been working really hard. There's a little bit of a Hofstra tradition. When a guy scores his first goal, you never congratulate him, right? And then you just stand there, and he comes off the field, and he's looking to get his helmet smacked, and nobody says a word to him, and he just kind of looking around, and then everybody kind of jumped on him, and it made him feel good for him to get his first one. We had 1-1. But yeah, you know, Steve DiGiovanni, I think he rang the pipe a little bit tonight. He can let it go. We got to get his hands free a little bit more. But Torn Barn had a couple of good ones. And listen, we have no stars. You know, we're just coming together as a team. And like I said last time, we're a long way away from where we want to be. We got to continue to get better, and it'll start again tomorrow.
Thank you.